Welcome to my first ever YouTube video, and I'll thought here for the first one I'll kind of explain who I am and what I do, and also kind of try to explain why I'm starting on YouTube and what's kind of happened for me until now. So I started my first company when I was around 18 years old, and I started this first company was a digital marketing agency. I did this in the kind of end of 2020, so now it's like around 5 years ago. And this company was my first ever business, and I did a lot of mistakes, but also I was kind of fortunate enough and also hardworking enough that it became at least just a little bit successful, let's say. And I'll just stop here. I was able to, within somewhere around 2.5 years, I was able to scale that company to do around $30,000 a month of revenue. For me, that was kind of my best ever, and that was also so for me that was kind of my first and kind of best business at that time. But I would also say that since it'd been my first business, I had made so many mistakes and kind of done things that I was probably not the right thing to do, that I ended up thinking that I probably needed to change to some sort of a different business model. And also I thought it wasn't maybe as scalable as possible. So in 2023, February, I started a coaching business with a great friend of mine, which is still a great friend of mine today. And I just saw something interesting happen. So the first month of running the business, I think we did around $25,000 of revenue. And that was like month one. After, in January 2023, my agency did around 30K. So month one of a new business did 25K. The second month then came and we did 65K. So that's more than double of kind of my highest ever revenue that I've ever done. And that was in month two. And that was in March. And then in August we did, I think it was around 150K in August 23. So that business scaled really, really quickly. And for me it was kind of this like weird feeling, because I was really happy with it, because I've never had a business that big and scaled that quickly. But also I kind of felt that I've been cheated in a way, because why all of a sudden is my new business so quickly becoming so successful, and why was I kind of struggling, or like why was I having such a hard time achieving the same as that in my old business? So because my thought process was kind of, okay, so what if I had started this coaching business a year before that? Kind of what have I been missing out on, so to say. So that business scaled really quickly, and I'll maybe later on make a video on what happened and how we scaled that quickly. And in January 2024, we had grown the business to around 300K a month, and we were doing that pretty consistently. So basically January 2023 I did 30K. I would guess January 2022 I probably did 4 or 5K, and then in January 2024 I did 300K. So I saw a pretty quick jump there. What then happened was that we kind of kept the business running January, February, March. We were still doing around 250, 300K a month. But also, again, it seemed like we'd hit some kind of sort of roof that we were not able to push through. And also, for me personally, it just stopped feeling as fulfilling. I felt like I kind of stopped learning. The business weren't doing as I wanted it to. I was not like personally getting what I wanted from the business, which was to kind of develop and get more intelligent, get like a better business person, and also ideally become richer. So around June 2024, I made the decision to split up with my business partner and kind of just say that, well, I'm not gonna be kind of keep on running this business. And my business partner was the face of the company, so also it wouldn't really make sense for me to kind of buy him out of the business. So he was so nice, and we made a great agreement to him buying me out of the business, and I could kind of stop working and kind of figure out what I want to do. And so that's kind of what I did. I did that in June 2024, and then I kind of had some idle time. So I had summer vacation. I really had not much to do because I wasn't working. So I was basically I just have to figure out this traffic. I was basically just trying to figure out, okay, what am I gonna do now? And for a very long period of time, my kind of dream or goal was to kind of go into running my own software company. I think for me there was kind of multiple reasons to go that direction, but I think one of them was probably to challenge myself a lot more. And also for me, it just always kind of seemed like running a software company is like the most difficult business model. So I was kind of spending this time over the summer just trying to figure out what am I gonna do, and I was looking into basically a whole lot of different ideas. I was looking into running a cybersecurity software. I was considering, because I used to run go high level like white label SaaS, so I was kind of thinking, should I keep doing that? Basically I just knew what I kind of wanted to do, but I had kind of no idea which kind of niche or what I was gonna do it with. So after some time I was just kind of spending that time over the summer, and then I had a good chat with one of my friends who run an e-commerce business, and he told me that they were really, there was like a specific need that they have, and they've had like an issue for a while, and they couldn't really find a solution or like a software that could kind of solve it for them. So I was told that basically at a party, and I was starting to think, okay, what can I was starting to look into that, not the exact same night, but sometime after that, because I was just trying to figure out, is this potentially gonna be the business that I can run? And I'll tell you what the business is. But so I started looking into it. I started seeing that there was a couple of big solutions in the US. I saw there was some solutions in Europe, but there was like no one that had seemed to kind of win the market in a way, or at least like capture a fair market share yet. So that was kind of my standpoint, and then I thought, okay, let's say that's the route I want to take. Then I thought I was gonna try to figure out a way, how can I kind of build some sort of an MVP to see if there's a proof of concept. So the concept of the business was to run a more effective way of managing returns for fashion e-commerce. This basically meant finding out a SaaS tool that could manage and process all the returns, both on like the customer end, for the customer to file the return, do the exchanges, do the gift cards, whatever they want to do with their returns product. And that was kind of one part of it, and then also kind of automizing and making it a lot easier for the e-commerce business to kind of manage that return when it came in. So that was kind of the main idea, and we started building this on August 10th in 2024. That's kind of when we started building out the product. It took around 2 months. I hired 2 guys to build it for me. It took around 2 months to kind of get this MVP. And after those 2 months, we launched the product, and I can say that it was not a completely finished product. There was a lot of bugs, there was a lot of flaws, and the product was just like very, very, maybe call it skinny. Like it did not have a lot of features. There was just a lot of stuff missing. So that was kind of where we were, and I could just see. But the positive thing here was that there was still proof of concept, because what we saw with the first store that we went live with was that they were getting almost 40% of their returns turned into exchanges. This meant that more than 40% of their refunds that they usually would have to do, they were not doing anymore. So this means that we're saving tons of money, and they were getting a lot better cash flow. There was like so many positives. So the concept itself worked, but we needed a product that could also actually work. So what I did was that I offered the 2 guys that I had, or that had built the MVP for me, I offered both of them to join the company. They'll get 1/3 of the company each, but the condition was that they kind of had to stop their current consulting business. So that's what they did. Luckily, they agreed on that, and they stopped the consulting business. And from January this year, 2025, we kind of all went all in. So we did that in January. In January, I think we've kind of gotten our like first 3 or 4 or 5 clients, so still very small. but we just had kind of the standpoint to start and grow the company from there. And then flash forward to today, that's like 9 months after this, and I wish I kind of started this sharing of the journey a lot before, so you could have seen the first year, which has been, hopefully it's going to be the most difficult year of a business. So yeah. But where we are now, well, we've kind of launched into the Shopify ecosystem. So we're Shopify app. We've grown to 150 brands. That's like almost 300 separate stores that's currently using our solution. And across the board, we're still seeing very great results for the clients, and we have very, very low churn. And that's kind of been the main focus of this first year. It's just building out the product, expanding on the features, and making sure that the customers that actually use the product are very happy with it and gaining all the benefits from it. So that's kind of where we are now. We're doing around 600K annual recurring revenue. So we've also been able to scale pretty quickly on the sales side, and that's kind of where we are now, and also why I'm starting this, and also what I hope to kind of achieve with the company for the future is that now we're gonna have to look into scaling the sale and the marketing a lot more than what we've done until now. So until now we've just mainly focused on product, and now we have to kind of broaden our focus into more markets. So kind of expanding. Now we're very centered around Denmark. We have to start expanding into multiple other countries: Sweden, Norway, Germany, UK, kind of rest of Europe, and then we just have to scale the company. So that's just kind of the very short and brief story of kind of how I've gotten to the point where the company is now. I will have to go a lot more deeper into the product, into the team, into what we do, the companies we work with, the results we create, all these things. But I just kind of wanted to summarize the past 5 years and why I'm starting this now. So I hope that you would want to follow along. I think I'm just gonna try to be kind of building in public. I've actually been doing that on LinkedIn in Danish for like the last year. So I have kind of shared openly ever since we started, but just not here on YouTube. So I hope you want to follow along. I'll just be sharing kind of everything, what it's like running a software company, what I'm doing day to day, and hopefully I'm also gonna maybe inspire someone to do something similar. I've been self-employed for 5 years now, or have my own businesses for 5 years. So I've been very happy with that. So if I can inspire someone else to do the same, if that's what they want to do, then I would be more than happy. But I hope you want to follow along. I'll try to keep a consistent schedule of posting 1 time a week. But now this was just like the kind of boring story about me and why I'm here now and why I'm starting on YouTube. And now I'll just have you follow along for the next couple of days. Later today we have a very interesting meeting with some investors that we've been in talks with. So I'll talk with you a little bit about that. And otherwise I'll just excited to share what I'm doing and kind of the journey that hopefully this is going to be. So I'll see you there. So I'm kind of back in my office now. I was in the car before, just kind of finishing up, or not finishing up. I sold my old car and I got a new one, so I had to fix the number plates. But now it's, let's see, it's 2:30 p.m. and the rest of the day and kind of what I'm hoping to achieve here is just kind of share my day to day. And the rest of today is 2 more meetings. I have an internal meetings with my co-founders, and then actually more exciting, we have Q&A with some potential investors. So that's kind of a very usual thing. Where we are right now with that is that, first of all, it's not something we've kind of decided on doing, but we're just kind of trying to figure out what possible options are there. And also for a company like us, we're only 1 year old. So it's also just interesting to kind of hear where we're lacking right now from an investor perspective, and what are we doing good and what are we maybe not doing as good we're supposed to do. So it's also just to get some perspective on the business, and also to have it kind of valued to see where we're at with that. So that's of course interesting for us. We've sent them a lot of different stuff. I can maybe take a video where I go a lot deeper into what it's like, kind of that process. But today it's a Q&A, so that's probably just going to be a lot of kind of skeptical questions towards the numbers we've sent, the budgets we've sent, the planning, And basically, their job is to figure out like the things we're sending, the numbers we're sending. Of course, like on like from the past numbers, of course they are true. But for the future numbers and the plans, like are those realistic, and the kind of goals that we set, how do we expect to kind of be able to actually fulfill those goals? So it's not just a goal, but it's actually like a plan. So I'm gonna not show too much from that right now, but I can show that this morning we were so happy to get 2 new sales. So I'll do like this. I'm gonna blur out the names, but 2 sales today. We had I had to fix this. We had 1 yesterday. We had 1 the day before, so that's like 4 this week so far. And I think this week is pretty normal. Unfortunately, for the time being, this is all pretty small clients, which is not really helping us grow the annual recurring too much. But again, we just have to keep bringing in customers, keep serving more people, and everything will hopefully sometime have the network effect. So now I have to just get back to work. That's kind of what I do all day long, is just work, get ready for 2 meetings, hold the meetings, or like have the meetings, and then later today I'll just be working even more. So maybe I'll share a little bit of an update after the Q&A call, how it went with the potential investors, and then that's it. I'm just excited to kind of start this YouTube journey, and I hope that I'm saying or bringing some value. So bye. So just got done with 1 hour of work, and just a little bit tired, and I have 50 minutes before my next meeting. So what I usually do is just go into the bedroom, get some running clothes, and then go for a run in the gym. So let's do that now. So this is it, and ready to go run. So just wrap up the calls with the potential investors, and just also wrapped up a quick internal status after that. So the call went for more than 2 hours, which was extensive, because it's very intense, because it's a lot of questions, and you kind of like the things you say and the things you answer is gonna kind of decide how much money these people want to give to you, and kind of at what valuation, and if they even want to do it after they've been speaking with you. So very intense 2 hours, kind of going over that. Now the time is, I don't know, I think people always do this thing where they show it on the phone. So it's like 7:30 p.m. And now I'll have dinner, and then I'll have to wrap up work for the day. That's kind of the issue, spending a lot of time in calls, is that when you're finally out of calls, your inbox is filled up, your Slack is filled, and then you just kind of have to get back to work. So probably 1 or 1.5 more hours of work today, and then tomorrow I have a packed day with, let's just see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 meetings. Yeah, so that's just it. Good night. So good morning, new day. It's Friday. It's 11:43 a.m. So I've just been up for like around 4 hours. Did the first couple of meetings. Today I have 3 demo calls, so I'm just excited how that goes. I'll have some internal meetings, some status meetings, but mostly excited about 3 potential new clients. So I'll give an update kind of when I end the day. I have to go for a dinner later today, and besides that I'll just be working. So I'll shoot a little bit of working B-roll now, and jump into the meetings, and then I'll give an update when I'm done with the 3 demos. Det forhåbentlig går lidt mere ned i næste uge, når jeg skulle lige lave en lille gennemgang af en tredje, der blev booket ind. Hey. So that was I'll sit down. That was kind of it for today. I had the only 2 demos. One of them, just the one I had now, no-showed. But the other 2 went really well. I think both of them, one of them were smaller, and one of them were a lot bigger, and a pretty good fit for us. So hopefully at least the big one will go through. They had some meetings with some other solutions as well, so that's always exciting. And then we'll just have to hear back from them next week. Besides that, I'm done with all kind of internal, external, whatever meetings I had today. And yeah, it's just been working since I woke up. So now it's like closing in on 6 p.m. So I have 1 more hour of work, and then I have to go to dinner, and that's just it. So now it is Sunday morning. It's 9:50 a.m. I didn't get to do much filming yesterday, but basically I kind of did what I do every weekend, which is Saturday I do a half day of work. So I'll usually work from like morning till lunchtime, and then Sundays I would usually do either the same, so do like a half day of work. Today I'll just do like a normal day or like a short day of work, which is usually from like 8 till today it's gonna be like 3:30, 4 p.m. or something like that. So yeah, and before I kind of do anything else, I just want to kind of summarize this video. This was like a video of just my journey, what I'm doing now, and now we're very much into the day-to-day, and I'll try to kind of figure out what am I gonna share, and what's kind of gonna be the best way to structure the channel. But to be honest, I really just wanna bring you along on what it's like running a software company, kind of the behind the scenes, kind of the work that has to be put in, because it's not easy to run and scale a SaaS. So yeah, we'll finish off on this first video, and then I'll expect this is gonna come out on Wednesday, so next Wednesday again there's gonna be a new video. So bye bye.